So this time I had to take some time out of my busy schedule to do an album review on the highly anticipated album Rodeo by Travis Scott. So you guys know how I do. I drove around for a good week just listening to the album. Guys, I'm sorry, the weather is sucky. I apologize for the rough bumps. The weather is horrible, but I had to give you guys this album review. So, I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do, you know? So, despite the personal controversy that sometimes surrounds him, you cannot deny Travis Scott's sound. You just can't do it. I was completely blown away by this album. I did not expect this album to give what it did. But I mean, that's the reaction I truly long for when I listen to an album. And it's hard to come by that feeling with today's music. T.I. narrates the album. I believe he is on Grand Hustle. On April 19th, 2013, T.I. formally introduced music producer Travis Scott and Chris Stevens as Grand Hustle signees. This album truly has that rock element. It really does. And Travis, as a person, fits that lifestyle. We've all heard rappers refer to themselves as rock stars, and you're like, no, you're a rapper. As far as lyrics go, okay, so I honestly feel like a rapper doesn't have to be a lyricist to be considered an artist. As an audience, people are attracted to different things, you know? And the production on this album is amazing. Favorite songs on the album. Okay, Antidote, which, by the way, was produced by Wonder Girl. She's a 17-year-old producer. I love the fact that this track was produced by a female. She's super dope. It's dope seeing a female producer get her shine because you rarely see that. You rarely see female producers. Now, I'll be honest, I expected to be turned off by all the repeated auto-tune. It was track after track. But he uses it in a way that it's flattering. It's not overpowering to the track. Oh My Decide is a good song. The beat switches up towards the end, which gives it that Drake feel, but not in a bad way, and in a way where you noticed it, but at the same time it works for Travis. It still is Travis's sound. It just has a little bit of that Drake influence. 90210, this is my favorite song so far on the album. It's featuring Casey Hill. I think the concept of the song was very creative, and I feel Travis delivers a more confident flow on this track. Now after track 10, I honestly feel like the album gets less interesting. I begin to drift off a little bit. Okay, Apple Pie brought me back to life a bit. I think he may have went a little overboard with 16 tracks on the album. I feel like it would have been perfect maybe with 10 to 12 tracks. Sometimes it's hard to keep your audience interested for that long, and I think 1 through 10 I was on it. Like I was super into it, and then after that it started to get a little weak towards the end. The album has some cool features. The Weeknd, he always delivers, so I really didn't expect a letdown from The Weeknd. He stood out along with Future. I was not super impressed with the Kanye feature. I feel like the concept was cool, but the song was constructed poorly. Overall, I give the album an 8. This album was all about production. I think Travis's fans know what to expect from Travis. They don't expect deep, intricate lyrics. They expect the music to simply move them.